Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to create a repeating pattern in Photopea. So I'm going to create a new document and I'm going to size it. For this one, I'm just going to size it 1 inch by 1 inch. So this is going to create a square. Okay, so this means my pattern is going to repeat every 1 inch. So the first thing I want to do is create a new layer. I have my background layer here. So I'm going to use my brush tool for this. You can either use your brush tool or your shape tool. So with my brushes selected, I've already downloaded some custom brushes I want to use. And this is the one. Let's go with this one. So I'm going to make it a little smaller so it kind of fits on here. And on my screen, I'm just going to click one time and it gives me a line, the brush. So I'm going to rotate this because I want it to go the other way. So I'm going to hold the shift key and turn it, and that will make sure it goes the correct distance. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just copy this layer. So Control J or Command J if you're using a Mac, and I'm just going to rearrange my layer and do it again. I'm going to repeat this process a couple times until I get some sort of pattern going. I'm just kind of eyeballing this. You want to go into this with an idea of what you want to create so you know exactly what it's going to look like when you're done. So you're just going to repeat this process. Actually, I'm going to move this and make it equal to this one. Dig in that. You want to get over as close to the side as you can. So you can continue to copy these. Probably would have been faster for me if I just selected them all, did two, selected them all, and then rotated them. Okay, so this is my pattern, and now I'm going to define it. So I'm going to go to Edit, and then I am going to hide this so you can see what I'm doing. Go to Edit, and I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to go Define New Pattern. Okay, so it added a pattern for me. So now I'm going to create a new document, and let's make this 8.5 by 11 inches. That's what size my poster is going to be. Okay, so say you wanted to create a border around the outside of your document or the edges of your document. I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to use my rectangular select tool, and I'm going to draw out a rectangle. And then I'm going to inverse this. So I just have this inside section right here. So this is not where I'm working. So now I'm going to fill in that section with my new pattern. So I'm going to go to Layer, New Fill Layer, Pattern Fill. Okay, so it brought up these options. I need to get rid of this layer pattern, or I'm sorry, my layers. All right, so they do have some preloaded patterns here, but this is the one that I created, and this is the one that I want to use. Okay, so I want to adjust the scale so it's larger, okay? And you can adjust the axis, the y-axis, the x-axis. You can align it with the layer, but that's it. So once you define the pattern, you can fill in anything. So I could fill in this entire page if I wanted to, but because the arts and crafts movement used the border edges usually to define their pattern, that's where I put it. So that's why I went with this. But that's how you do it. So just create a new document. It can be sized whatever size you want. You can make it horizontal, vertical, you can make it square. Just have an idea in mind before you start. Get some brushes or some assets before you begin so you know what patterns or shapes you're going to use for your fill, and have fun with it.